In a world where calculus exists, you poor fools are taking it, so strap in, sit up, and pay disproportionately close attention to the mystical, anonymous voice of a remarkably unqualified individual and the three equally unqualified individuals feeding her words and raining potential wisdom down upon you from above, because we are about to talk about numbers, and that is the most exciting thing imaginable. Calculus is, simply put, the mathematics of change. Change. Things, namely particles, change position, velocity, acceleration. Just as people change clothes, perspectives, classes. Don't do that, math is fun. It's just kind of a thing that happens, and in here it's also a thing that's calculated. For example, do you Calculus AB this year will lead you on a swiftly moving journey toward your AP exam in Calculus BC and multivariable calculus and maybe college and employment and life and eventually death. So does one point on the line lead to another point on the line, and another, and another, and another? A line that does this nicely is called continuous, and it must fulfill these three conditions. Now, you may notice that the conditions for continuity involve these lovely things called limits. Here's a technical definition of a limit, and here's a graphical representation. When a function is continuous, when it moves from point to point to point nicely, that is, the limit is said to exist. Other times, though, the limit doesn't do this nicely. Other times, the limit actively hates you. Sometimes the limit is infinite. Other times, the limit isn't anything. We in the calculus learning community call these limits non-existent, which is a thing that can occur for a variety of reasons. And then we move right along to the next question, because honestly, like this. So, calculus. It's a thing and it's a journey, so people prepare yourselves because it's going to be a fascinating, computative, and analytical year. You might not understand it at first, but in that way, calculus is not unlike a pop culture reference. You'll understand it when you understand it, and if you don't, there's always Google. We'll end this video with one of them just as an example. In closing, therefore, as the kids say, to infinity and beyond. If beyond is defined as calculus BC, because that is where you're headed.